there. So with the prostate, it's the same thing with doing like a cleanse. You want to do specifically, I would guess, like a blood cleanse. Jarian, does that sound right? A blood cleanse for the prostate so that the blood can flow properly?
Yes, supplements like ginkgo, burdock root, hawthorn berry, what else? Dandelion root.
Yep, those are.
Oh, so we just gonna take your hormone adjustment.
Yeah, those do. There, a lot of those are in there, and some of them are even in my Candida cleanse. I mean, the body is so, everything is just so connected. I personally like to combine my stuff.
Really?
I stagger them. I take everything. This is my own personal bottle of my Candida. And in my purse, I keep my hormone adjustment.
Which I have 3 bottles of those.
I keep my fibroid fighter. Okay. But I had this right here next to me because I was reading it to Sharon earlier today. And my Candida, I got so many things that's good for that, like he named. I do have the burdock root. Trying to see, do I got the dandelion in this?
Candida is the devil.
It is. It's amazing how it affects all of that, though. It affects everything that we're discussing, you know?
You said JulyWellness.com.
Yeah. Yeah, JulyWellness.com. So the hormone adjustment is, I would say, my most, effective combo when it comes to both weight loss and hormone adjustment. And then the Candida, of course, helps to attack that bacteria, the overgrowth. With herbs, the longer you take them, the more effective they are. So it all depends on each individual, though. Some people can start taking them and start noticing a difference, like, you know, the first couple doses. Some people might need a few days to a week.
Because I feel like everybody is inflamed, they just don't know it.
Yeah, that is true.
Yep.
That is 99.9% of our problems. You know, the mucus, the overgrowth of mucus causes inflammation. And basically when we fast, we get rid of it.
I've been off my regimen that you had me on for about 7 days.
Tell me about, can you please tell us about that? First, I want to know how the regimen has been going, and then please tell us what happened after.
The regimen was going great, like phenomenally well. It was great. It was perfect. July started me out with the inflammation smoothie. That was great. I mean, nothing has worked as well for joint inflammation. You know, walking up and down stairs or trying to get back into a workout routine, it knocks it out just like that. That soreness that you feel after you work out or whatever, it takes it away right away. I have chronic lower inflammation in my back. That is gone whenever I'm doing my inflammation smoothie. Then I graduated to the spicy water. When I was taking the spicy water, I noticed that no matter, I could still eat whatever I wanted to eat. You know, I'm still being reasonable, of course, but I didn't limit myself with anything. I didn't have a list of do's and don'ts. I did not bloat. Like, I can eat, you know, a sandwich or eat, you know, some bread, and my belly did not bloat after I ate food at all. So, you know, I noticed that. So everything's going good or whatever. And I had definitely way more energy and way more clarity. Well, you know, I told her, I said, you know, I equivalent to when you were in elementary school and you have a substitute teacher, your teacher leave and you have a substitute teacher and the kids run amok and act a fool. I feel like that's what I did when July went on her cruise. I was doing well, and then July went on her cruise, and so then I started. I had I developed a problem So July told me to take the aloe vera, so I took the aloe vera. That knocked it out immediately. And so I take it twice a day, and it works within a couple hours. I felt a whole lot better, and I still at the same time, I'm getting off of taking my daily regimen of the spicy water, and within 4 or 5 days, I noticed that my stomach started to feel weird and that I'm starting to bloat again. And now I'm at like day number 7, and now like I could barely concentrate today at work. My head feels cloudy, I can feel like blood pressure rising. So I definitely notice a huge difference when I'm on it versus when I'm not on it. So I'll be getting back to that first thing in the morning.
Nice.
Crazy. Isn't that crazy how you start feeling the differences?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys know when you have a stroke, your brain gets inflamed. You have, it's like a hemorrhage or a blood clot in your brain, So the brain, once you have that happen and there's like a hemorrhage up there or whatever, it needs to recover from the inflammation the same way as if you were in some sort of an accident or something like that, and you got to recover. People just try to use stuff for maintenance to keep it from happening, but really you need to be trying to reverse it. Black seed oil is really good for that, and so is serapeptase.
Serapeptase is the one you were saying don't take that eats up protein.
Okay, I'm
No, that was
sorry.
me.
When I said don't take it, it was only for Sharon.
Here's one of
What
them.
I have.
So the serapeptase, I say do take it. Everything that we're talking about is something that you would take.
Why would you stop taking it then?
Sharon needs to stop taking it because Sharon has done so much detoxing that there's hardly no more to detox. And she needs to stop. Sharon. She really needs to stop because she's going to detox her little self right on out of here. There's no more to detox. So, she just, I really appreciate that we're having this conversation because it proves how everybody has different needs. So it's always different strokes for different folks. It's never a one size fits all situation. And when she takes, oh man, that conversation we had today was so good, Sharon. When she takes supplements, these herbs are the same. They work the same. They are medicinal drugs. They are drugs. And you can overdose on them. If you're not careful, you can overdose on herbs. Despite the fact that they're food, the same way if we have too much of a good food, our body still can't handle too much of it. We only have so much capacity, So like, and it can be tricky, like depending on who I'm working with. I may tell them the same things that I'm telling Sharon, which is just start basic. Like Sharon, I'm asking Sharon to just reduce everything down. And then when I'm starting with somebody new, I like to tell them also to just start simple, because when they start simple, it's easy to pinpoint stuff and not get confused. And it also makes it easier on that person to see how well something would work for them. And it makes them willing to move on to the next thing because they see how well an herb can work. Also, they're not getting confused. So later they're like, well, I don't know if it was this that worked or was it that, because I was taking like 3 or 4 things, and that's confusing. The same way it's confusing for us here, sometimes it's even confusing on our bodies. And so less is more. But, if you're on meds, all of that is a contributing factor. You know what I mean? So we just have to really be careful when we start taking stuff. I like to get like a background on the person. I need to know like if they're like what meds they're taking, but mostly we just make sure that we don't take the meds and the herbs together. We space them out at least about 3 hours apart, and then you can safely take the herb. But yeah, so that's like a real good example to use when you have someone who is less weight than they used to be. Their body mass is different than what it once was. Then they don't need the same quantities of things that they had taken, especially that helped them to detox. And detox is something as simple as drinking water. Detoxing is taking a shower. Detoxing is exercising and sweating. Just a whole bunch of simple things that people don't realize that actually gets you started, and things that you can maintain. And they play a huge role in complementing whatever it is you are doing conscientiously to detox, in addition to those basic things.
Detox sleeping.
Huh?
Add sleeping to detoxing.
Yeah,
Your
that's the
body
huge
detox by your
plan.
sleep.
Yeah. Like I said, we just got to get out of our own way, you know?
And it's phenomenal how me just eating less, not necessarily changing what I eat, but just the eating less and adding those two things had such a huge impact on how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Question.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, you know me. It's just, especially because everybody else. I got Jerry in here and LaShawn here. How would you guys feel if I use some of the clips from this? Would you be okay with that, or would you want me to edit you guys out of the clips that I use?
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know it's going on the internet and Facebook.
Huh?
I gotta give me some black seed oil.
Yeah, that stuff, it works so good with all of this that we're talking about. One of my favorite, and I know this is gonna sound crazy. I do take it internally, but for me, my favorite uses is externally on my feet. And I love telling people to rub it in their scalp. That's my.
So you're saying your mother's hair is turning from gray to black?
Yeah.
My dad told me that too. He said his mustache is turning from gray to brown.
Wow.
And he hadn't even put it on his mustache. He just been taking it internally. I told him to put it on his toes.
On his toe.
So July, why do you put black seed oil on your feet?
I put it on the bottom of my feet because it's the same as using the essential oils. As a matter of fact, it is now my go-to carrier oil of choice. So, you know how I like saying that when you add that stuff, you create a synergy. So when I would typically use like my oregano or the respiratory blend for, you know, because I noticed that over the years, I think I've been developing a little bit of asthma with the boys. We both were, I was affected the same way they were with the things that bothered them. So like when Mordecai was first brought home from the hospital, from the NICU, our apartment was so bad in Las Vegas with those desert bugs that they sprayed the whole complex every 30 days, and you couldn't close your windows on the day that they sprayed. It was that bad. So we inhaled that for however many months we was living there, which was about 5 months. Also, fast forward about a year later, we moved into a home in Las Vegas that had black mold. And we didn't even know, but once we found out, we got the heck up out of there too. But that's why I use it on my feet. That's why I said I would suggest that, you know, if it's a taste that you don't like, don't not get the oil. Still keep the oil in the home because it's very good externally. So, you know, I like to work with people. I want to see how they're feeling, see how their body is reacting. because they could be spiraling and drowning in their own toxins, you know, and then they can get consumed by that. And that, you know, you just have to stay monitored. That's all. But yeah, so like with the black seed oil, I say, first of all, the results may vary. And I say that the serving size is a half a teaspoon, see the label. If you take it before bed, you will sleep better. And it says, as black seed oil is a form of detox, please be mindful of any healing crisis symptoms. These may include, but are not limited to, slight pain or discomfort anywhere your organs, muscles, or tissues are attempting to expel toxins. Headaches, toothaches, skin irritation, all of these are possible healing crisis symptoms. If they do not subside after drinking water, please decrease your dose of black seed oil until they subside. You may then attempt to gradually increase your dose in very small increments. Please drink 3 liters of water daily to help move the toxins out of your body.
Thank you.
So before I get cut off, I'm gonna tell you lovely ladies, goodbye and thank you so
Bye.
much for
Thank
attending.
you.